DJ Magdalena will be interviewed some guests about a teenage girl being the victim of an uncle rape. Let me introduce our guests. I'm here. We have seen Inspector Fatiha and Inspector Rizman from Bukit Aman Special Branch, also the family victims, lawyer Miss Nurnalila and the accused lawyer Miss Nurshila. This is the latest current issue of Sex Thirsty Uncle. Firstly, I would like to ask Inspector Fatiha about the chronology of the case, and now the police solved it.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Fateh Sena binti Anwar Sadat. I'm an inspector investigation a rape case. Thanks to Miss Magdalena, I will tell you a little chronology that happened during the rape case. The case happened on July 12 and at 9 p.m. at the victim house. According to our investigation, the victim was raped by her uncle who took care of her a year ago due to the death of her parents. Our initial investigation found that the man action we know to his auntie who had just returned from a nearby party. His auntie who had just returned found that his newborn was lying on the bed in a bad condition while crying. His auntie was the sister of the victim own mothers. Lodged a police complaint at about 10 a.m. on 13 July. The victim reported that she was raped and abused by her uncle. There were bruises on the victim's body as a result of being severely beaten by her uncle. She said she was beaten because she refused to have the accused sex. To justify his lunacy, after explaining the incident, we acted to detain the suspect and a team of members from the police station detained the suspect in the residential area. The suspect was then remanded to assist in the investigation under Section 376 of the Penal Code, which provides for imprisonment between 10 years to 30 years. As well as a whipping, the victim was taken to the hospital for examination of the rape case. Medical examination confirmed there were marks on the victim's genital. The proof that the victim was raped by his own uncle and his uncle was taken to court to seek punishment for the rape case. He had committed under Section 376 of the Penal Code for rape.
Alright, I would like to ask Inspector Rizman when the health checks up are important for a victim who has been raped and whether imprisonment is the best punishment for such a crime.
Okay, my name is Inspector Rizman bin Faisal, as known by the radio DJ. I will describe healthy testing is very important after being raped. This is because it is important to identify external, consumer, unplanned or problematic medical evidence is necessary to prosecute the rapist, and testing by a professional medical officer important for counselors or trained social workers will discuss and reveal the victim's problems and identify problems that are different or related to venereal disease. This takes the victim's blood, air, saliva, and vaginal fluids, specimens of hair, skin, and fluids from the rapist's body will also be sought. Examinations are also done to identify anything different. The victim's diabetic water and blood are also examined if it is suspected that the victim has been given drugs. The victim will receive treatment such as prevention of pregnancy. The doctor may take the following steps such give medicine or hormone pills to be taken immediately and repeated to more pills 20 hours later. These pills can cause the victim to feel nauseous and breast pain, 19% depending on how early and taking this treatment. The risk of getting a sexually transmitted disease STI during rape is 5 to 10%. The doctor might prescribe medication for a number of sexually transmitted diseases. The victim may need a hepatitis B vaccine while the victim has never had a hepatitis B vaccination before. The victim's chance of getting rapid HIV is 1%, 4 weeks to avoid the search. This search check can be used. Rapids can be a punishment according to laws circulars such as the Law Criminal Procedure Code Section 375 and 376. Rapists can be sentenced to minimum of 10 years imprisonment and a maximum of 30 years imprisonment and whipping. For the problem that occurs is the best prison sentence for the rapist because rape is one of the most cruel crimes. And a good punishment for a rapist is the law of hanging to death because the rapist has caused the victim lifelong trauma, family life or pupil time the victim looking contempt against him. The victim and may use the mental and physical health of the victim badly as a result of the trauma inflicted by the rapist. Well, that's all my explanation. Thank you for inviting me.
The next question I would like to ask our lawyer today. What is the solid evidence showing the victim was raped?
Hi, my name is Siti Nur Nanila binti Raja Pillai. As the defender of the victim who said that she was raped on 20 July at exactly 9 p.m. at the victim house. The sum act which provides for a maximum imprisonment of 20 years and whipping if convicted. On 13 July, the victim lodged a police complaint then the victim had been abused and raped at the time according to a positive semen test, with the accused is very strong evidence. Apart from then, there was a case of violence on the victim's face and arms. Then he was indeed forced to have sexual intercourse. I think that is sufficient and authentic evidence. The victim hopes then the perpetrator will be given action commensurate with what he did to the victim. Thank you.
I have a few objections on the allegation. Okay, before I want to start, allow me to introduce myself. I am Norshula binti Abdul Majid as an advocate for the accused. I objected to all the allegation because on 12 July at 9 p.m. the accused said he had been seduced by his own nephew. Thing made him feel challenged by the temptation of his nephew. For all these substantiated allegation, I recommend to my client to sue the accused for the baseless allegation or put him in jail. My question: why didn't the victim make a report after the incident? Why did she make a report after a day she was raped? Likely, she just wanted to trap his own uncle. This is because, based on my investigation, the victim uncle said she often wanted to leave the house at night just to hang out with her friends. Basis of safety and to protect his dignity, his uncle has forbidden the victim to go out. Maybe starting from the matter, the victim was kept feeling dissatisfied. That's all from me, advocate for my client. I hope you can make the right decision. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.
Next, can the victim relate a little of what happened on the night of the incident?
Assalamualaikum, I am Nur Afrina Natasha Bita Arman as the victim who was raped on July 12 at the same time as 9 p.m. My completion was in the room while reading my book, but without me realizing it, I asked him anything he wanted, yet he was different beyond my expectation. He needed me and forced me to serve him. I do my best to fight him, but his nature as a man is stronger than a woman. As a result of fighting interest, I was severely beaten just for not wanting to do that with him. Yet he persisted with interest. After he hit me and I lay down, he took the opportunity by raping me. I was unable to fight him. That's all I can tell you based on the incident. After I was raped, I also made a report police. I also made it to the hospital for good. Losing effect often effect after being raped by him. That's all. Thank you.
I want to ask on your implementation, what is recommendation to improve law so that not will happen the same case soon?
In my opinion, the crime of rape is a social product. Its natural and verity reflects the state of the surrounding society. In dealing with rape case, we can see how a country formulates policy and law according to current needs. For example, in Malaysia, we can see how the penal code has been amended more than 20 times since independence. Similarly, the enactment of new laws to combat specific crimes such as Section 376 of the Penal Code provides that the punishment for rape offender is a minimum of 5 years and a minimum of 20 years imprisonment and can be repeated. As an alternative to existing civil law that have proven to fail to curb the crime of rape, Islam category rape or so-called forced adultery as a Uhud criminal offense. Punishment can be imposed on the rapes if the offense is convicted through the testimony of 4 people or the confession of the accused. It is seen as a crime where a victim is forcibly undertaken by a male criminal. Among the reasons that lead to the occurrence of rape case in the case is the lack of religious education. Religion play an important role in a person's life because it guides a person to act according to the path of courage. In addition, in the case of rape stemmed from the electronic media, this includes movie, video clip, and pornography websites that can be downloaded from the internet, as well as the sale of pornography DVDs that are easily available in the market. Through such resources, it will give encouragement and idea to the rapist to act towards his victim. Lastly, moral support should be given to the victim to reduce the trauma he faced and do not demand and blame the victim as a result of the bad things that happened to him.
Okay, that's all from us. Thank you so much.